let's take a look at Autoresponder Backups. If you're not familiar with what an autoresponder is, these are autoresponder services such as Aweber and GetResponse, which coincidentally are the two that we're integrated with. So in this video, we're going to watch and show you how to back up your GetResponse account and back up your Aweber account, both in an automatic and a manual capacity. All right, so let's start with GetResponse. We're going to do a manual backup. So when you click on this, what you're going to see is a very simple screen. As long as your destinations are configured, you should see available checkboxes. You can select any one, any combination, or all of them. Depends on what you have set up. We'll just do Dropbox for the time being. And of course, like in the FTP and database, you can also elect to email yourself a notification. Now, in GetResponse, you'll see I have two test lists set up. And in this case, you can select one or the other or both. So we'll just go ahead and do both. And we're going to click Backup Now. And just like that, we have an upload. Now we're going to take a look at that in just a moment. But before we do that, let's go ahead and do another autoresponder backup for GetResponse in an automatic fashion. Now you'll see that the scheduler is pretty much the exact same scheduler that you have already seen on your FTP and database backups. So just like on the others, when you first get here, everything's unchecked. So you're going to have to check it and then pick your schedule and then check where your destinations are going to be. And in this case, we're going to select all lists. And you'll see here that this particular time frame is due to back up at 2:36 p.m. tomorrow. But we're going to go ahead and do a bit of an update and make it due for today. So as you can see over here on our clock, this is the server clock. So the current time is 18:25, which is actually 6:25 p.m. So we're going to go ahead and go 18, and we'll say 26, which is a minute from now, less than a minute. We'll click Save Settings. Now you'll see you update here. Okay, so now we'll come back to that one in a few minutes. Now we'll go back to Autoresponder Backup, and we'll do the same thing with Aweber. We'll first do a manual backup. Same as GetResponse, just click where you want to back it up to. And now this one's a little bit different. The selection here of your lists in a manual capacity, you can only do one at a time. That's why these are radio buttons and not checkboxes. Because of the API from Aweber, you can only do one list at a time. So you have a choice. You can come back and repeatedly do this one at a time if you wanted to manually back them all up, or you can do them all in the automatic backup, which we'll do next. So for now, we're just going to do one list and click Backup Now. And we're done. So that one's all backed up. And again, we're going to go there and take a look at it in a second. But let's go back here, and we're going to do the same automatic backup for Aweber that we just did for GetResponse. But you're going to see something a little bit different on this one. Now again, we have the schedule. And again, we have the time. We're going to go ahead and update this in a minute. But you'll notice down here at the bottom, there is no selection of lists. That is because, again, this is the Aweber API. All of your lists are automatically selected. So you don't have to worry about selecting which list, but you will automatically be backing up every list that you have. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to update this to 18. Well, it's going to be too late to hit 27. So we'll just go ahead and do 1828. And then we'll click Save Settings. And as you can see, that's going to back up in about another minute. Now, let's go take a look at the history. We're going to go to Autoresponder, and we're first going to open up the GetResponse. Now you're going to notice this is today's date. You're going to see two backups here. This one came out earlier today via the cron. Now you're going to see we have different types of backups. The ones that are called cron are the ones that were done automatically on your scheduler. And the ones that are called U are the ones you did manually. So we're going to take a look. So the first one here we did manually. We say we can take it from Dropbox or whatever it is, and you'll see that it gives you a zip file with your spreadsheet. Now we go back to Aweber, and the same thing. You'll see cron, and then you'll see U. So same thing for here. We'll go, and again you see a spreadsheet with your Aweber list. Okay, so that's pretty much it. So very simple process for backing up your lists and also for downloading. Now you're going to notice that even though it says restore/backup history, the autoresponder services, we do not allow to restore into your autoresponder service. And there's a reason for that. First of all, the API from both of these companies will allow it. And the reason they don't, because what would happen is you'd end up with some unscrupulous person that would use Quirkle, go buy a spam list and try to upload it via this service, and we don't want that. So you cannot upload your list back into the services. Okay, so that's all we have for you there. So again, as you see, backing up your autoresponder list was a very simple endeavor. Thank you very much.